Hi everybody, this is Patrick from Doggy Dashboard, and today I'm going to show you how to use this fun little spreadsheet called the Dog Daycare and Boarding Financial Forecasting Spreadsheet. If you're a business owner that's looking at starting a dog daycare or a boarding facility or a dog daycare and boarding facility, this is going to be a really helpful spreadsheet that you can use to forecast your future income to see if it's going to be a worthwhile business choice to open your business. So this spreadsheet is made for dog daycare and boarding facilities. There's another spreadsheet for just dog daycare facilities. There's another spreadsheet for just boarding facilities, and there's another spreadsheet for grooming facilities. And so make sure you're using the correct one. You'll be able to find links to those other ones in the blog post that showed you this spreadsheet. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go up here to File and then go down to the, it'll say Download, and then download as an Excel. You cannot access the spreadsheet on the internet. It's frozen so that people don't adjust it. So you need to download a copy onto your own computer or your own Google Sheets account, and then you can play around with it and do exactly what I'm about to show you here. So make sure you download a copy, File, download as Excel, get a copy on your computer, and then you can go from there. And so first thing we're going to do here is look through some assumptions. The assumptions are about how are the expenses you're going to have. You're probably not going to know exactly the values for these yet, but you're going to have to guesstimate because this is going to be a forecast. We don't know the truth of the future yet. And so what we're going to first do is only put in numbers in these yellow boxes. You're going to see there's yellow boxes here. There's yellow boxes here at the top of the daycare revenue. There's more yellow boxes here at the top of the boarding revenue. There's yellow boxes here for the employee hours, and then there's a yellow box down here for your startup costs. It's going to be things like building up, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Those are the only places you need to put any information. Everything else is automatically calculated for you. And so you can play around with different numbers and see what kind of profit you're going to make. So let's get started. We're going to assume that for our facility, it's going to cost us $1,000 a month for rent. It could be $1,200 if you have a facility already or a garage that you're going to be using or a barn, then you would say zero. And so we're just going to assume we pay $1,000 a month to rent our facility in the strip mall. Utilities, this is kind of hard to guess, but they do get expensive, especially if you use a lot of water or electricity. So we're going to say $125 a month here. Insurance for our business, make sure you have insurance. I'm sure you're going to have insurance in case anything happens. This is going to be about, what do they charge nowadays? Let's say $200 a month. Business expenses, this is going to be software, advertising, coffee for your employees, pretty much anything that you're spending for your business, you're going to kind of lump sum it here. And let's say we have about $600 a month in monthly business expenses. For the employee wage, this is going to be the average hourly amount you pay your employees. If you have no employees, you're going to put zero there. But let's just say we do have an employee and we pay them $12.50. Actually, no, we're paying high these days. We're going to pay $17 an hour. Then down here, we have the average daily daycare price. Once again, you have to guesstimate how much you're going to charge people for daycare. Of course, some people are going to pay more, some people are going to pay less, some people are going to have discounts, but you just have to guess and give it an average here. So let's say we're going to charge $20 a day for daycare, and the same thing. Oh, and you just saw that as soon as you put in a number here for daycare, the green monthly daycare revenue is going to start showing up because it's going to start automatically calculating these things for you. So let's say we put in $20 for our daycare price and our boarding price is $25 a night. There we go. So you can see right now our revenue is $137,000 a year. Our expenses are $47,000 a year, and our profit's $90,000. Not bad. But now we're going to go through here and erase all these because we don't know how many pets are going to be coming each month. And so let's go like this. And now we can see that tragically we have no revenue and we have $47,000 loss. And so that's not too good. And so what we want to do here is it says type in the amount of daily daycare pets. Now, this is something you're going to have to guesstimate. How many pets per day are you going to be coming to daycare? If you scroll over here, it says revenue is calculated assuming Monday through Friday attendance, which would be 20 days per month. There are 4 weeks per month, 20 days per month. And so how we're going to calculate this is the amount of pets per day times 20 days per month times the revenue per pet, which is that $20 per pet. It's not perfect, but it gives you a general idea. And you can always change the formulas yourself. If you want to calculate it yourself, you could change this number up here from 20 to maybe 16 days a month. And let's say we're only going to have roughly 16 days of full capacity, but 20 days is Monday through Friday, pretty standard. So let's say the first month we only have 4 dogs per day coming. The next month we have 6 dogs, and then we're stuck at 6 dogs for a while, and then we jump up to 10 dogs per day during the next few months, and then we plateau at about 12 dogs, and then we have 14 at the end. And then you can see it starts to calculate. You can see that we had $1,600 in revenue the first month from daycare, and at the end of 12 months, we're making $5,600 a month on monthly daycare revenue. And so now we're going to go down to boarding and do the same thing. Boarding's $25 a night. We assume 20 days per month at full capacity. Once again, you can change that by editing this formula up here. It says times 20. You could say times 15. That would mean you only have 15 days of full boarding per month. And so let's say for boarding, we're only going to have mostly 2 dogs for a while. Maybe we'll get up to 4, 6 max. We're not really a big boarding facility, but then we'll get to 8 at the very end there where we start doing a little bit more boarding. And then I can see the monthly revenue is automatically calculated, and it says we're making $4,000 a month at the end of 12 months off boarding, and our total is $9,600 per month at the end of 12 months from our boarding and daycare business. And now you can see up here we have $75,000 in revenue. Our expenses are $47,000, and so we turned a $27,000 profit. However, we still have to go and see how much our employees are going to be getting paid. So here we have an average of 80 hours per month. So 80 hours would be a part-time worker doing part-time worker basically. 80 monthly hours is 20 hours a week times 4 weeks a month. So if you have 80 hours, it means you have one part-time worker for the entire month. If you have 160, it means you have a full-time. So you can see here we just guesstimated and we had a part-time worker for the first 6 months, and then we went to a full-time worker. Let's just say for the first we'll say 3 months, it's just us. We're just working by ourselves, so we're not paying ourselves a wage. Then the next 3 months, the first quarter, it's just us. Then the next quarter is going to be we have a part-time worker, and then the last part of the year, we're getting so busy, we bring a full-time worker in, which is 160 hours. Now you can see that our salary payout is the $1,360 during the month 5, and by the end of it, we're up to $2,720 a month in revenue. Employee salary, sorry. You can see our expenses are automatically calculated here down the bottom. Let's make this a little bit more visible. We're going to make that nice and pretty white so it shows up a little bit better. There we go. And now we have to put in the big one, the startup costs. You can see right now it looks like we're doing great. Our monthly cash flow, we made $675 the first month, and by the end of the month 12, we're making $5,000 a month after all is said and done. Not bad. But what we have to do here is a startup cost. This is going to be build out. This is going to be your one-time expenses to get your facility going. If you're doing a build out, this could be anywhere between $5,000 and $25,000. It depends on how big you want to go. So let's say our business is going to pay. It's going to take us about $20,000. Oops. Let's go back here. Type $20,000 in here. That's our startup cost. It's building our facility, buying all the kennels, buying all the daycare equipment, painting, just everything to get the daycare boarding business up and running. We add that in there at 20,000, and now you can see our profits are a little bit different here. We are now made $15,000 instead of what we were at before, because that first month we were 19,325 in the hole, and so you can see it took us a while. It takes us almost 8 months to get out of the hole, and starting from month 9, 10, 11, and 12, we finally are getting up there. This needs to go over here. We're missing one. There we go. And you can see it took us 8 months to get out of the hole, and by the end of it, we made $15,000. Let's say it's only going to take us, I don't know, $7,500 for our build out. You can see now instantly at 4 months, you really paid it off already. And now at the end of it, you're starting to make some good money starting in month 5. And so that's basically how this spreadsheet works. You can play around with all these numbers and try different scenarios saying, you know what, let's say daycare costs $30 per pet, not 20. If we change 30, You can see our revenue just went from 28. Let's go back. Watch the revenue here. Right now, if it's 20, $75,000 a year. And if we just jump the price to 30, it goes up to 98,000. So a $10 increase in your daycare brings you an extra, what was that, $22,000 in revenue. So play around with these numbers in yellow. Only touch the numbers in yellow. Don't touch the other numbers. And yeah, I hope the spreadsheet works well. If your business becomes successful and you need software, please check out doggydashboard.com. It's my software that I created. It is an online platform for managing pet data, client data, vaccine expirations. Pretty much any aspect of your dog boarding business and daycare business can be managed through Doggy Dashboard. It's free for the first 10 pets and 10 clients. And then after that, it's about $40 a month. And so thanks for watching. Info@doggydashboard.com is my email, and doggydashboard.com is our website. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.